All right, what's happening? So you click the video. This is G1 channel. I am G1. You know where you're at. You're in the spot. So the thing is, birds of a feather flock together. Not birds, not of a feather. Meaning toxic people attract toxic people. People that's toxic is not so much attracted to heal people. That's not what they're looking for. That is the wrong kind of challenge, you know. That ain't what they looking for. They looking for easy prey. Man, people look for victims. People that's, you know, good victims. People that's weak-minded. People that's beat, depressed. You know what I'm saying? That's they prey. That's, if they preying on you now, you suffer from some of this shit. Not to say that I'm not suffering from anything, but you got to deal with that shit. You can't keep jumping from relationship to relationship and not dealing with it, thinking that that same motherfucker ain't gonna, that same demon energy, whatever you want to call it, you know, Jezebel, this, that, the other, whatever, that same energy ain't gonna be attracted to you, because it is. It believe that shit. And I really think, you know, in the process of healing, and maybe someone else is in the process of healing right now, me and them, you know, not necessarily for each other, for ourselves, but even if we think we want it right now ain't the time. You know what I mean? Now ain't the time for that shit. If it was, it would be. I don't think I'd be doing, you know, this shit take a lot of energy and a lot of time, you know, so it's a special kind of person to deal with that. I ain't like, you know, I mean, anything, to deal with anything, anybody doing anything worthwhile. It takes a special kind of person to deal with me being a barber and cutting hair and having to be in the shop, and what it takes to build customers and clientele and having to talk to people, including me having to talk to women, because women have children, women have husbands, they have to set the appointments and shit, you know what I mean, and the whole nine. So how the hell could I have a business? Hey, how you doing? Could I have a business and not be talking to females? What kind of business the fuck is that? Well, I'm just talking to dudes. You know, dudes only. No kids. Never know. That's crazy. And, you know, and you can't be jealous of that. And that goes with a lot of businesses. So that shit be the downfall of a lot of shit. But I'm saying all that, like, the person, you know, that's worthwhile, talking about quality, they're not gonna be doing that shit. They're not even gonna be part of the game, because part of that game is that they doing that shit. That's why they're accusing you and thinking that you would do shit that they would do if they was in your shoes. That's that bullshit. That's how people always have them little ways of telling on themselves, you know. And that be it right there. Sort of ways, because I'll never be worried about that shit. That shouldn't be a thought in my mind like that, you know. Because I ain't rolling like that. I'm not thinking like that because I ain't doing that. When I find out, it's a fucking surprise to me that you're cheating, that you was cheating, whatever. And that's exactly why, one way or the other, by your choice or by their choice, and you think about it, technically, it sort of be by their choice. Your positivity has them fall off because you're just not about that gossip. You're not about that bullshit. You're not about the scheming, plotting, talking about people, being negative. You ain't fun to be around no more. You're not about that drama. You don't fall for the bait. You're not willing to argue. as quickly, as easily, you know. You're working on yourself, you're healing, you're doing better, you're eating better, you're looking better, healthier, you know, like all the way around. They can see it, they can feel it. It's oozing out you. Even they ain't around you or around you. That shit's making them feel fucking uncomfortable. You making them look bad. You dig? And you, furthermore, and more importantly, you're making them fucking feel bad. You doing better is making them feel better, feel worse. And the better you do, cause fuck, you steady trying to do better than you did yesterday and last year and all that shit. The fuck? So, come on, man. I can't have no parts of that. So, they fall off. They fall off. It's gonna be an argument, one that's just over the top shit, some shit that bring up some old shit, that old deep shit, whatever, you know what I mean? One, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Or either you gonna fall back down in that shit, or they gonna uplift up to where you at, where you growing to. I think not. Because if they was, they would, and it wouldn't even be no thing. No, they want to pull you back. That's how that shit works. They want to keep you in the comfort zone. Well, I ain't get to no other side yet with no happy fairy tale ending. It may not be there. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a happy ending, like me. It's me, but it ain't no ending because it's a process, as I'm saying. It's steady elevating. Man, look, I'm going for the grand prize. Fuck that, you know. I gotta get more. You know, quiero más. So I got a plan. I just, you know, I'm fearful. I mean, shit's working. It's working. There's little problems. Of course, there's always gonna be problems, but even within the problem, it's still working. It's still a thing. I just got to tweak, do some things, you know, me personally, business-wise, on the business tip, just saying. And shit's working, so there's elevation. But while that's going on, for me personally, the other people, they still doing the same thing they was doing in fucking 2020 and 2015 and you know what I mean? Shit, 1990 basically. Ain't a damn thing you think about it. The people you know, are they still doing that same shit? You know, they may be in a different job doing the same shit. It's the same kind of job. It's the same job. And no offense to anybody, maybe you're doing the same job, you know. And but I don't know. I think you want to elevate, advance. Anyway, that's why you're here. Maybe you are, but it's time for a change. Change that shit. Don't fall for the shit. Don't let them keep you down. Fuck that. Do it. You got to believe in yourself, man. You could keep praying, but that shit ain't gonna cut it. You got to do. Believe you can do and do it. Start doing it. Start the ball rolling. Fuck, you don't have to know what you're doing to start doing it. Start doing it and start learning. Start learning and start doing it. And just keep doing it. Whatever that is. Fuck, we got to elevate, man. We can't keep being stuck on the same shit, making fucking excuses. To me. And birds of a feather flock together. So who the birds you flocking with? That shit's true, man. I heard that shit. That shit's some fucking nursery rhyme shit. That shit is true. Say what you want. It ain't not true. And that don't mean just because you fuck with somebody or you friendly with somebody, that's not no flock. That's not necessarily somebody you flock with. Who you flock with, who you rolling with on a regular, you know. That's your flock. My flock right now is one. It used to be me and my cat. Me and my cat and my son. You know, the cat died. The son hauled ass. You know. And talking about that, birds of a feather. He's not a bird of my feather, not at this time. He was, I mean, he was doing it. He was doing shit, making it happen, but I guess maybe he was just doing it to, I thought he was happy. At least for the burst of time that he was doing shit that he was doing. It seemed like he was happy, but you never know what's on a person's mind, man, and in their heart. And then the closeness to certain people won't allow you to see what's obviously there, to see the demon inside of them, because you just, that's my little man, you know, that's my little girl, that's my baby, that's my, you know, whatever. Some sweet shit, and the shit, you know, you see the rah coming out that motherfucker. How the fuck you don't believe that? You know, believe your eyes, believe your eyes. Yeah, so keep pushing, keep making it, stay motivated. And that's all I got for now. I'm gonna say peace.